I'll explain again. All of you just look at here because a few people are unable to follow me. So all of you just look at here. If x and y are any two or numbers or two variables or whatever it may be, so and n belongs to a natural number or whole number, then x plus y whole power n is defined as nc naught x power n minus 0 into y power 0 plus nc1 x power n minus 1 into y power 1, uh, nc2 x power n minus 2 into y power 2, and so on. Like that I can write, and the general term is the most important term, that is nothing but ncr into x power n minus r into y power r, and so on, ncn into x power 0 into y power n. So here this ncr is called, this is called r plus 1th term, that is called general term. This is called general term, and its value is given as ncr into x power n minus r into y power r. So all of you look at here carefully. See, this is called the first term. What we call this is first term. This is called t1. So when naught is there, I have 1. When 1 is there, what is my term is 2. So when r is there, see, whatever it may be, nc1 plus 1 is added, that is our term. So here r is there, ncr. So plus 1 I have to take for the term. Therefore, what is the term value is tr plus 1 is the our term. So tr plus 1 is given as the general term, which is nothing but what? ncr into x power n minus r into y power r. So here here nc naught, nc1, nc2, and so on, ncr, and so on, ncn are called binomial coefficients. BC stands for what? Binomial coefficients. Binomial coefficients. And it's given by ncr is defined as, remember this, these derivations and all not at all required, but just remember those values. ncr is defined as n factorial by n minus r factorial into r factorial. What is ncr is defined as? N factorial by n minus r factorial into r factorial. Can you please give me the value of 5c2, students? Can you please give me the values of the following quickly? I am writing all of you, just observe here. 5c naught value, 5c1 value, 5c2 value, 5c3 value, 5c4, and 5c5. And what is your observation? Can you please quickly give me the values of this by using your NCR formula? I think all of you know factorials, or is there anyone who don't know factorials meaning? Everyone knows factorials meaning, students, or shall I explain factorial meaning also? I think everyone knows it's there at your starting of first year. Definitely somebody has to teach that. So all of you quickly give me these values: 5c0, 5c1, 5c2, and so on. Quickly. So give me quickly those values: 5c0, 5c1, 5c2, 5c3, 5c4, and 5c5. Finished? So first one is infinite and Above. Quickly, give me answer. You give your own answer, then I'll check whether you are correct or not. Because I should know whether you know the basics or not. Otherwise, it will be very tough for me. I'll teach from the basic if you don't know. So first one is 1, second one is 5, third one is 10, 10, 5, 1. Shreyans, that is the correct run. Wonderful, Shreyans. Super, super, super. So Shreyans is correct run. Alafi just gave a claps to him. Therefore, I'll explain the basics. No worry if you don't know, but I am ready to explain. First, I am just checking whether you know or not. I'm just checking whether you know it or not. All right. So all of you just look here. I'm teaching basics. Right, great. So look at this thing. I'm teaching basics to students. So many of you don't know what is the factorials. So first put the heading factorials. Factorials, first put the heading. So if n is a natural number, then n factorial is written like this, or else I can write like this. That is called n factorial. And this is nothing but starting from n, continuous product, n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into, and so on, 3 2 1. So starting from n and ending to 1, starting from n and ending to 1 is called continuous product from n to 1 is called as factorial, right? For example, if I want 1 factorial is 1, 2 factorial is nothing but starting from 2 to 1, so it is 2. 3 factorial is 3, 2, 1. It's nothing but 6. 4 factorial is 4, 3, 2, 1 I can write. So it is, see here 24. Look here. So if I write 4 into 3 to 1, I can write this as a 4 into 3 factorial also, no? So like that I can write 5 factorial is nothing but how much? 5, 4, 3, 4 factorial. 5 into 24 means it is nothing but, it's nothing but 120. Like that you have to remember till 7 8 factorials. That will be very useful to the students. So if I want 6 factorial is nothing but 6 into 5 factorial, it's nothing but 720. Like that you remember all the values. And the next one is after these factorials. So here one beautiful thing which is you have to remember, 0 factorial is always 1. 0 factorial is always 1 because it has a lot of analysis type of thing. It's called axiom, because the factorial will be valid only for natural number, but 0 is not a natural number. So it is violating what? Basic definition. Such type of things which violates the basic definition but which has highly usages is called axiom. So 0 factorial is equal to 1 is a axiom. So all of you remember that. It doesn't have any proof, students. People may try to prove you and show you something, but that is wrong things. So it doesn't have any proof because it violates what? The basic definition of factorial. So and it is given as 0 factorial is nothing but 1. So all of you take down this. Now you people try these things for 1 minute, students, quickly. So what is the 5c naught? 5c naught you can write it as 5 factorial by n minus r factorial by r factorial. Na? 5 minus 0 means of 5 factorial into r factorial means 0 factorial. That's nothing but 5 5 cut. So 1 by 1 into 1, it's nothing but 1. So 5 factorial value is nothing but 1. So similarly, 5c1 is nothing but, can you give it? 5 factorial by 4 factorial into 1 factorial, which is nothing but 5 into 4 factorial by 4 factorial into 1 factorial. So everything cut and I'll get it as 5. I'll get it as 5. So like that, can you get all those values? And here our observation from this is nothing but 5c naught is equal to 1, which is nothing but 5c 5. And 5c1 is nothing but 5, which is nothing but 5c4. 5c2 is nothing but 10, which is nothing but 5c3. So what I am observed is, so from equidistant terms, so coefficients are always they are equal. Look here, these two are equal and its value is how much we got? 1. These two are equal and how much we got? This value is 10. And how much we got? These two values 5c2 and 5c3, these two are nothing but sorry, this is 5 and Anna, so this is 5 and this is 10. So there is a beautiful logic here. NCR is always is equal to NC n minus R. Students, all of you should remember this. NCR is equal to always what? NCR n minus 1. NCR is equal to NC n minus R. All of you take down this thing. So now we are going to apply the binomial expansion. So all of you take down this thing. Therefore, we are going to expand that. That is correct, Lohit. What you did is correct. So once you know the basics, I think you people can do it. The problem is you are unable to connect with the basics, right? So no problem, not an issue, not an issue. So the next one is I'm going again with the binomial expansion, that theorem only. So I'm writing again for your convenience. So x plus y whole power n is nothing but, we can write it as nc naught x power n into y power 0, nc1 into x power n minus 1 into y power 1, nc2 into x power n minus 2 into y power 2, and so on. I can write ncr into x power n minus r into y power r, plus I can write it as ncn into x power 0 into y power n. So this is called binomial expansion actually. In this is called the term. This is called the term. These are called what? Coefficients. So coefficient of what? X power n into y power naught is coefficient is NC naught. This is called T1. This is called T2. So this is called T3. And this is the most important I am keeping in the box. This is called what? TR plus 1. So therefore this expansion is nothing but I can write it as x plus y whole power n. I can also write as sigma. Sigma means sum. Sigma. Sigma r is equal to 0 to n TR plus 1, which is nothing but T1 plus T2 plus and so on, TR plus 1 plus and so on, plus last we'll get Tn plus 1. Therefore, number of terms in x plus y whole power n is nothing but n plus 1. How many terms are there in this? We have n plus 1 terms will be there. Students, all of you try to understand this. Are you getting video clearly, voice and video? Is there any disturbance you are facing, students? All of you, just observe and give it to me clearly. Is there any disturbances coming in the videos? Is there any disturbances coming, students? All right. So what we got is number of terms in this is nothing but n plus 1. Number of terms in this is nothing but we got it as n plus 1. Right? Students, is it working or any problem is there in the videos? It's loading. Voice and video, everything is clear or okay, because of network it is becoming slow, but everything is clear, voice and visibility, audio and video, everything is clear. So the number of terms in x plus y whole power n is n plus 1. So here what we can write is the different types of questions what we have here is, so different types of things what we have is, so x plus y whole power n is written like this tr plus 1, or else x plus y whole power n can also be written as sigma r is equal to 0 to n tr plus 1, or else we can write it as sigma r is equal to 0 to n ncr into x power n minus r into y power r, we can write like this. We can write like this. So this is a basic binomial theorem introduction. So for example, if I have x minus y whole power n, what I can write? I can write it as sigma r is equal to 0 to n tr plus 1. That's nothing but sigma r is equal to 0 to n minus 1 whole power n minus 1 whole power r into ncr into x power n minus r into y power r. I can write like this. So we can write like this. So all of you take it down. So x minus y whole power n can be written like this. Therefore, 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 in this basic thing, what we will have is, in this basic thing, what we will have in this is nothing but, so a few types of questions will be there in this. First one is number of terms. So is nothing but n plus 1. Second one is middle term, they will say, or middle term or middle terms. Middle term or middle terms, they will say. So the middle terms are nothing but it depends on value of n. So n is even and n is odd. N is even and n is odd. So what will happen when n is even? For example, if I take x plus y whole square, so here n is even, and what we get it is x square plus 2xy plus y square will get. So how many terms we have actually here? So this is a term 1, term 2 and term 3. So what we got from all this? So term 1, term 2, term 3. So term 2 is called the middle term. So when I have odd even power, I'll get only one middle term, that is a T2. So T2 is nothing but, how you will get that? T2 is nothing but 2 by 2 plus 1 form. That is nothing but T2. So how you will get this? 2 is nothing but n. Therefore, when I have n is even, n by 2 plus 1, this term, n by 2 plus 1th term is the middle term. Now when n is odd, we'll check with odd. X plus y whole cube, I can take it as x cube plus 3x square y plus 3xy square plus y cube. Like this we will get. So this is called term 1, this is called term 2, and this is called term 3, and this is called term 4. So when n is odd, we have 4 terms given as T1, T2, T3, T4. So in that, how many middle terms are there? So when I started from this and that, both the ends, So T1, T4 will move and we will have two middle terms. So those two middle terms are nothing but what can you give it? T2 and T3. T2 and T3. So these are the middle terms. So how you will get that T2 and T3 when it is odd? So T2 is nothing but I got it as 3 minus 1 by 2 plus 1, and T3 is nothing but 3 plus 1 by 2 plus 1. So I can write here, I'll get to two middle terms, Tn minus 1 plus 1 and Tn plus 1 by 2 plus 1. So these are the middle terms we have. So when n is even, we will have one middle term. When n is odd, we will have two middle terms. So I think all of you got it, students. Alright, are you able to follow me? Alright, so this is a basic introduction. And in this third one generally they will ask is coefficient of some x power something they will ask, x power something they will ask in the expansion of x plus y whole power n, or whatever the expansions they will give. So in this we will go with a few questions. First, question number 1, all of you try to write down this question and give me answer quickly, students. All of you try to write down this quickly and give me answer quickly. All of you try to write down and give me answers for this. Right. So take down few questions on it and we'll move forward. Question number 1. Question number 1. Question number 1 is question number 1 is find the seventh term. Seventh term in the expansion of 4x minus 1 by 2 root x whole power 13. Whole power 13. So in this what is asking is write what? Seventh term. Very simple. We know TR plus 1th term is nothing but what is the formula we have? TR plus 1th term is nothing but NCR into x power n minus r into y power r. So that is the formula we know. So that is nothing but here n is nothing but 13. 13 CR into how much x is? 4x whole power, I can write it as 13 minus r into y is nothing but minus 1 by 2 root x whole power r I can write, right? So here, but what he is asking is seventh term. So T7 is nothing but I can write T7 is nothing but T6 plus 1 I can write. So my r is nothing but 6. So what I'll get? 13C6 into 4x power 13 minus r means 6 means 7 I will get into minus 1 by 2 root x whole power 6 I will get. So if I simplify this, what I'll get my final value is nothing but 13C6. You have to simplify that into 2 power 8 into I'll get it as by simplifying everything I'll get it as x power 4. So this is my seventh term in the given equation. This is my seventh term in the given equation. So the next one, if I go, next question, find the coefficient of x power 10. Find the coefficient of x power 8 in x square minus 1 by x whole power 10 is. In this, what is the coefficient of x power 8? So what is the coefficient of x power 8 in this expansion? So this is nothing but what you can do to find any coefficient or any constant term or something like that. So first you have to you have to look at the general term. So what is the general term here? What is the general term here? So the general term is nothing but we can write it as tr plus 1 is called the general term, r plus 1th term, and which is nothing but what we can write 10 cr, 10 cr, that is ncr into x square whole power 10 minus r into minus 1 by x whole power r. So this is a general term we can generally write. So this fellow can be written as 10 cr into simplify that x power 20 minus 2r into minus 1 whole power r into I can write x power minus r. So x power minus r. So this still you can simplify because you want coefficient of what? X power 8. So still you can simplify this. This is nothing but 10 cr into minus 1 whole power r into x power 20 minus I can write it as 3r. 20 minus 3r. So to get r value, earlier he asked the position of a term, therefore we are able to find it. But now he is asking coefficient. So to get r value, you should equalate this fellow is nothing but power 8 is asking na. So equalate 20 minus 3r is equal to 8. Therefore 3r is equal to 12. R is equal to 4. R is nothing but 4. So all of you got it. Therefore R is 4. Now put there, therefore you will get it as 10c 4 into minus 1 whole power 4 into minus 1 whole power 4 into x power 8. But I don't want this x power 8 because already we are finding a coefficient of it. Therefore this is a coefficient of what? Coefficient of x power 8. This is a coefficient of x power 8 and its value is nothing but we can calculate it now. So that is nothing but minus 1 whole power 4 is nothing but 1. So answer is 10c4. That is the second question. On third question I am moving. Third question I am moving, students. Find the term independent of x. Find the term independent of x. Find the term independent of x in term independent of x in 3 by 2 x square minus 1 by 3x whole power 9. So in this, find what? Find term independent of x. So first of all, whatever you want to do in binomial theorem, first you do find a general term. So what is my general term? TR plus 1th term is nothing but 9CR into 3 by 2 x square whole power 9 minus r into minus 1 by 3x whole power r. So whole power r. That is nothing but, so 9CR into I can write 3 by 2 whole power 9 minus r into minus 1 by 3 whole power r into x power 18 minus 2r into x power minus r. X power minus r. So by simplifying this, I got it as 9CR into I'll get some constant term. This is 9 minus r into minus 1 by 3 whole power r into x power how much I'll get 18 minus 3r I'll get. So now if you look at very carefully, this 18 minus 3r should be 0 because he's asking independent of x. Independent of x means, do you know? So x power 0 coefficient indirectly they are asking. Independent term independent of x is also called as a constant term. So is also called as a constant term. Therefore 18 minus 3r should become 0. Therefore r is nothing but 6. Now put r 6 in that. Therefore you will get what? Therefore term independent of x is tr plus 1 which is nothing but t7 and its value is nothing but, what is its value? 9c 6 into 3 by 2 whole power 9 minus 6 into minus 1 by 3 whole power 6. So this is our term which is independent of x. This is our term which is independent of x. So students, so I'm stopping here because some disturbance is coming in the video. So what I'm doing is I'm sending the recorded video. So all of you should be very careful and I am just uh, giving few questions from your algebra material which you have in that material what I sent. In that you have to take algebra, and from that algebra you just do questions based on this number of terms and middle terms, and then what we did, finding the term, and finding some coefficient of x power something, and term independent of x. So all these things you can do, students, and I'm sending a recorded video of these concepts. And in this material, if you go to page number, I'll explain, all of you look at this thing, so we can get this thing from our materials. So that algebra material what I sent for you, in that all of you open page number. In that algebra, go to, all of you go to first binomial theorem. All of you go to binomial theorem. From binomial theorem, from that chapter, you look at page number, you just look at page number. So binomial theorem is chapter 6. So in this chapter 6, go to chapter 6. It's a wonderful book, students. Algebra book is wonderful book. Don't miss even a single question from it. So all of you first go to, concepts things. So read every definition and concept given there, because that's given wonderful things. And in that, if you find any confusion or anything, you just ask me in the next class. So you can do question numbers. First you go to exercises level 1. In that level 1 you can do question number from question number in the level 1, ABC of binomial expansion. You can do 1 to you can do question number 1 to, if you see here, it is a side headings wise they gave. So first one they gave ABC of binomial theorem, means very basic things in the binomial theorem, general terms in the binomial, in a binomial expansion that they gave. And then they gave what, okay, so you can do from 1 to 26, students. Question number 1 to 26 you can do, students, for this. For today's work, 1 to 26 in the exercise level 1. Level 1 exercise 1 to 26 you can do from our algebra material. And then go to level 2, that is objective. Level 2 you can start from, 1, from 1 to from 1 to you can go till question number 12. 1 to 12 you can do. So for you people, this is a homework you have to do, students. So I will check it tomorrow. Once if class is there tomorrow, you have to first send all these to me WhatsApp, and then later, then only I will start the class. And after this, students, tomorrow mostly I'm going to take one live session on top 100 engineering colleges in India. So don't miss that. For that, you can look at our channel. It's a live public thing. So we'll meet there. And tomorrow you don't have any classes. Again, as usual, on Monday you will have classes, students. So thank you for watching this, and we will see the things in tomorrow's class. And we'll see the things in the tomorrow's class. I think all of you got it. I think all of you got it, students. All right. So no problem, students. Now I'm just sending the recorded thing. Therefore, you won't get any problem with the class, and you can get everything clear. So some network problem is there, not an issue. So recorded thing will be very clear. For that, no network is required. So don't miss the work what I allotted to you. Right? So I'll meet it tomorrow. Now I'm sending to your links. Okay. Thank you.